Hey YouTube, Kira Qualia here, bringing you all my Cardfight Vanguard Blond Ezel Gold Paladin deck profile for Post Super Brave Detonation. The 9th booster set for the Cardfight Vanguard Divine series gave us a bunch of new support for the encounter decks. Blond Ezel was forgotten in the 6th booster set, but came back in the 9th booster set with its cross-ride Blazing Lion, Platina Ezel. So definitely happy to update the Gold Paladin encounter deck for standard format with all the new support that we got from the latest booster set. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the deck profile. So we'll go ahead and start off with the ride deck. We have the energy generator with our grade 0 starter being Crimson Lion Cub Criff. When rode upon, if you went second this game, draw a card. Our grade 1 is Knight of Elegance Gareth. With this card, when rode upon by a unit with Knight of Superior Skills Bowmain, search your deck for up to 1 Reign Supreme King of Beasts, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle the deck. So this is the order that we run in the deck additionally, which we still do run since you just need a Vanguard with Ezel in its card name. So being able to search it after riding into our grade 2, which is Knight of Superior Skills Bowmains, with on the Vanguard circle once per turn, if your soul has Knight of Elegant Skills Gareth and Crimson Lion Cub Criff, discard a card from your hand, choose up to 1 Incandescent Lion Blond Ezel from your ride deck, ride it as stand, and gets drive -1 till end of turn. So just being able to ride into our then grade 3 Blond Ezel is a big help for then being able to go into our next unit, Blazing Lion, Platina Ezel. But on top of that, we are also running 2 additional copies of Blond Ezel in the main deck as well. You can only ride cards with Ezel in their card name, which isn't a problem because Platina Ezel, obviously. And then at the beginning of ride phase, if you have 3 or less units, so last one, look at the top 3 cards of the deck, choose up to 1 grade 3 or less unit from among them, call it to an open rearguard, put the rest on the bottom of the deck in any order, and then being able to counterblast 1, look at the top 7 cards when it attacks a grade 3 or greater unit, choose up to 2 grade 3 or less units from among them, call them to open rearguards, and this unit gets plus 10,000 to the end of the turn. So it sets up the additional rearguards using the Blond Ezels for those plays. But we also need Ezel in the Soul for our new main go-to unit, which we are running 4 copies of, and that is Blazing Lion, Platina Ezel. If your soul has an Incandescent Lion Blond Ezel, this unit gets all of their continuous abilities and all of their auto abilities and plus 2,000 power. So just having the ride restriction, obviously, and then the Vanguard abilities for the calling out of units, and then the beginning of the ride phase setup as well. And with this card on the Vanguard circle, once per turn, you can counterblast 1 or put a grade 3 or greater card with Ezel in its card name from your rearguard into soul. Choose a Reign Supreme King of Beasts from your drop, put it into your hand. Until the end of turn, this unit gets plus 5,000, and if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, perform all the following. This unit gets on Vanguard, all your front row rearguards get plus 5 until end of turn, and if your damage zone has 4 more cards, this unit gets critical plus 1 till end of turn. Basically mimicking the original Platina Ezel from the Limit Break format, with its ultimate break just having the 4 damage requirements instead of the 5 for this unit as well. The plus power to all your front row rearguards adds to the pressure of attacks, and then on top of it, the multiple rearguard skills that it takes from the original Incandescent Lion Blond Ezel as well. We also run the additional Ezels for putting a grade 3 or greater Ezel from rearguard into the soul, so we can have these cards to call out to rearguard and then use for the Platina Ezel skill also. For the grade 2s, we are running 4 copies of the new Slash Feather Dragon. If you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Ezel in its card name, it gets all the following. When it's placed on rearguard, counterblast 1, perform, draw a card, or choose an Incandescent Lion Blond Ezel from your Vanguard, and its drive becomes 2 until end of turn. So this card is great for just setting up your early game Blond Ezel back to the 2 drive check. And on rearguard, when this unit attacks a grade 3 or greater unit, you may have this unit get plus 5 to end of battle. If you do at the end of that battle, put this unit on the bottom of the deck, Energy Blast 3, and draw a card. So then it opens up your rearguard circles for you to be able to call other units with Blond Ezel, and then also just use it for the cost of an Energy Blast, not needing to use your Counter Blast or Soul Blast for this unit's ability. We're also running the additional grade 2 spot, which can either be Divine Sister Viscotti, or your Knight of Insightful Eyes, Azaltis. So just for the additional front row rearguard power with Azaltis, and then the added option of choosing a back row rearguard with only Gold Paladin for its clan, in the end of the battle returning it to hand to once again free up rearguards, or just having the draw power of Divine Sister Biscotti. It's all up to you to choose what you want for this rearguard option. Also 4 copies for the grade 1s of Platinum Stallion. If you have a Vanguard with only Gold Paladin for its clan, this card is only from Gold Paladin, so helps with the added restriction for the cards that need just Gold Paladin. When this unit's placed on rearguard, if you have a grade 3 or Vanguard with Gold Paladin, Energy Blast 3, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 grade 3 or less unit from among cards with different names from among them, call it to rearguard to an open rearguard, and put the rest on the bottom of the deck in any order. If you called a card at the end of that turn, put this unit on the bottom of the deck. More setup for those rearguards, including potentially getting a Blond Ezel for you to call out to the rearguard circle, thanks to this unit. The 4 copies of Listener of Truth Dindrain. When it's placed on rearguard, if you have a Vanguard with only 1 clan, Soul Blast 2, Countercharge 1. So it's Soul Blast power just to give you back some of your Counter Blast for you to use. And then on rearguard, at the end of the battle, you boosted. If you have a Vanguard with Ezel in its card name, put 1 other rearguard in the same column as this on the bottom of the deck and stand this unit. So just stand power. We have an additional unit that can also have stand power, which we'll get to in just a bit. But still, having one that's specifically for the Gold Paladin clan definitely makes it a 4 of in the deck. We're also running 4 Surgon just because we have the added search power thanks to this card when it boosts if we have more rearguards than our opponent, or if we played in order this turn, which with this deck and the Reign Supreme King of Beasts can easily be done as well, to just set up more cards in our hand for us to use. 2 copies of the new grade 1 Inflame Lion from the back row rearguard when your unit is placed on another rearguard in the same column as this. During your battle phase, if you have a Vanguard with only 1 clan, Energy Blast 2, and stand this unit. So it gives you another boost to that unit that hasn't attacked yet. And on rearguard at the end of your turn, if you have a grade 3 or Vanguard with Ezel in its card name and your unit was placed from deck this turn, you may put this unit into the soul, building up your soul to then use for your other Soul Blast abilities like your Dindrain in the deck also. And then the rest of the grade 1s just being the Sentinel lineup. We're running the full unit Sentinel just so we have the potential to call out a unit if need be in the deck to the rearguard with our Blond Ezel ability. And then for the orders, 2 copies of Reign Supreme King of Beast. We have the search guarantee for our, ride line. So just an additional copy in case one gets put in the damage zone. Play this if you have a Vanguard with Ezel in its card name. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck. Choose up to 1 grade 3 or less unit from among them. Call it to rearguard and gets +5 until end of turn. And shuffle the deck. So no, Counter Blast or Soul Blast. It's just a play if you have Ezel as a Vanguard. And it's grade 3 order, so you can't use it until you get to the grade 3 spot. With the last order in the deck being our Primordial Heartblaze. This card could be played from the drop and played if you have a Vanguard with a clan icon. So, very fitting for these decks. If you have a Vanguard with Persona Ride and you did not ride this turn, remove this card, activate Persona Ride, and then you cannot ride and you cannot Persona Ride, but it sets up the Persona Ride for our clan decks. And from the hand or drop, when you would discard a card from the hand for the cost of a stride, not needed for the deck, obviously. It's just the specified name for that name in the clan-only decks. But still, great for a Gradius Cordell-like effect to be used from the drop for the Gold Paladin deck. And then the trigger lineup consisting of the 8 critical, just added pressure to use alongside Platina Ezel. And then the next trigger spot being the fronts, which just add more pressure to the deck as a whole. And then the 4 heal triggers with our over trigger in the deck being our Tanoa. If you wanted to run Ido's Faro, you can always replace it in this spot as well for that over trigger lineup. But that is it for the deck profile. I hope you all enjoyed. Definitely an awesome update to Blond Ezel. Like I said, I almost felt like it got forgotten in the 6 booster set when we got Glory Maelstrom and the Blood. But now we have the support in set 9 alongside Die Kaiser and the Minerva Regalia as well. So as always, until next time, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And Kira Quellia out.